Hello, I'm King Koopa, and today we're going to talk about episode 8 of Jurassic World Chaos Theory. In this episode, we see what's really going on at the DPW, and we see what's really going on with what happened to Brooklyn because the guys get into her phone. And we find out what happened to Bumpy, Ben's buddy Ankylosaurus. So, if you got your snacks and drinks, Koopas, I'm gonna hit that chaos theory intro. The episode starts out with Ben, Yaz, and Sammy in the back of the DPW truck that they snuck into at the end of the last episode that was carrying the Beckel spine axes. Yaz, she tries to climb up to see the window, and then she puts her foot on the sleeping Beckel spine axe. But I'm pretty sure they used too much tranquilizer on it, because this thing is knocked out. And it's actually kind of funny. Look. Well, remember, there was two Beckel spine axes, and the one that was also in the truck, it noticed them, and it started making a lot of noise and being super, super loud. You know what I'm saying? There we see Darius and Kenji riding a motorcycle. I guess Brooklyn's motorcycle to the place where she was supposed to meet up for something dinosaur, dark web, Jurassic web, dark web. The dark Jurassic web stuff. And there's this busted shack, so they move the motorcycle behind the shack, and then they hang out in there. And while they're hanging out, I'm gonna go ahead and make this part short because they stretched it out, and I thought that made it boring, and I'll spare you. After Kenji broke up with Brooklyn and she went to go live with Darius, Darius started to catch feelings for Brooklyn, and she did not reciprocate. And he felt really embarrassed about it and ashamed, and that's why he didn't show up on the night that Brooklyn went missing. He was embarrassed. But I'm pretty sure there's something to do with ninjas still. After we see Kenji and Darius have their discussion, the truck pulls up at the DPW headquarters, and it's nighttime, you know what I'm saying? And they get out, and then they see the DPW workers. They're mistreating the Beckel spine axes, you know what I'm saying? They're being real mean to them for no apparent reason. Well, I mean, I found it unnecessary, and it's to give a further impression that they're bad dudes, to not like them, and it worked. I don't like them. All right. There, Ben, Yaz, and Sammy meet the director, the regional director of the DPW, Cabrera. I don't remember his first name. It's not important. It's this guy with a cowboy hat. Cabrera. And the Cabrera guy, he's like, hey, come on, we'll call somebody. And then Sammy says, nope. And she trips him. And then they take his keys, and then they run through the shipping containers, or the storage containers or whatever. And then Ben hears the unmistakable sound of Bumpy, his Ankylosaurus friend. You're real close, dude. Sammy and Yaz cause a distraction from the guard, and it's one of the guards that was being super mean to the Beckel spine axes, and he tries to shoot these human women with giant dinosaur tranquilizers, which I don't think that would be good for their health. In fact, it might actually be harmful to their health, and he might be a bad dude. He's probably a bad dude, let's be real. While they distract the guard, Ben tries to get into the cage where Bumpy is. Well, it's not a cage, it's a shipping container that's locked. And he uses the keys that he took off of the Cabrera guy, and then he gets it open, and then they show up. I guess they're going to transport Bumpy. So he gets in the cage with Bumpy, and then we cut over and see what the girls, Yaz and Sammy were doing, and they're like running around, running away from the guy, the DPW worker with the tranquilizer gun, and they managed to find one of the DPW trucks, not like the big truck, like a pickup truck. They managed to find one with the keys inside, and then Yaz and Sammy start driving around. At this point, we cut back over to see what's happening with Kenji and Darius. At the shack, it's midnight or whatever. These two giant trucks pull up. They both look like DPW trucks, but one of them isn't. It doesn't have any markings. They exchange what appears to be a baryonyx to me, and I do believe I know a bit more about the Spinosauridae family than other Koopas. So Kenji and Darius follow the truck that the baryonyx got into because they want to see who bought it. At this point, we see Yaz and Sammy still driving around. They can't get rid of the guy because he got into another DPW pickup truck and he's chasing around. Sammy says, "We can't just keep going in circles." So they go into the holding pen where they have a whole bunch of different kind of dinosaurs, but there's a whole bunch of stegosauruses in there. Let me tell you what, there's a whole bunch of them, and it made me uncomfortable. In fact, I had to consult my lawyer to see if I was able to talk about it due to my ongoing legal battle with the stegosauruses.
It's really fine.
Great, now that that's cleared up. They were driving around inside there and they were honking and stuff, trying to get them to get riled up, but I'm of the opinion that the stegosauruses and the parasaurolophuses and other dinosaurs of various types that I couldn't quite make out because it was dark in there, they're on heavy tranquilizers, so they're not really reacting. And they trick the DPW guy that's been shooting at them, but also the guy that was super mean to the Beckel Spinax, into driving into the water, and he wrecks his pickup truck, and he has to get out. And he learns two things. First of all, he's out of tranquilizer darts, and second of all, the Beckel Spinax that was sleeping the entire time isn't drugged up like the rest of the dinosaurs, so he's wide awake, and he also remembers and also eats the guy. Munch. It's at this point that Yaz and Sammy drive out of there, and then they find that Bumpy and Ben are on the back of a transport truck, so they follow in the pickup truck. We got Darius and Kenji following a transport truck with a baryonyx, and we got Yaz and Sammy following a transport truck with Bumpy, and also Ben. That's the end of the episode, Koopas. Let me know what you think. I like Chaos Theory. I'll be glad to finish the series, and I'll be glad to cover Season 2 when it comes out. I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers and to all my friends on Threads. We really appreciate your support. It means a lot. Remember, Koopas, be kind to people you have no reason to be kind to. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I want you to have a nice day. Oh.